Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree. Welcome to another planty video. So today I actually wanted to share my hanging baskets. I am a huge hanging basket fan. If I can find a hanging basket at a good price, I'm gonna buy it. I even have a couple that I have in duplicate because I love them so much. A lot of these I find at the grocery store. It's very rare that I buy a hanging basket from the nursery. Actually, I do have a few though, I will show you of course. But I find the best deals are at the grocery store, especially Smith's. I think they have some great quality baskets, big giant ones for 12 bucks. I'm a huge fan of buying a big giant plant. So some of these are, like I bought them as a hanging plant. They were in a hanging planter, but I took the hanging part off and I have it sitting on a shelf. I'm gonna show you those ones too because I buy the hanging basket because it's a better deal, but sometimes I want it to sit on a table and kind of cascade down the side of the shelf. So let's go around and check out my hanging baskets. So starting off in this room, actually, I have this one up here that clearly needs water. This is a scindapsus pictus argyraeus. And it has just grown like crazy. I got this little vine going that way. It's also just growing down here. I did get this one at the grocery store. I got this one at Smith's and I lost my mind when I saw it. It was really big already when I got it, but it's grown a lot. I loved it so much. I went to the same store, but a different location just to see if they happen to have another one. Bought it immediately. It's super easy to take care of. Beautiful, thick, succulent-like leaves. This is one I do let dry completely out before I water it. Definitely needs water right now, but I love this one so much, and it's so, so beautiful. Right here on the table in my little entrance way, I guess, I have this fern. This was also sold as a hanging basket, but I have it just placed here on the table because I think it looks a lot nicer. And some plants, you know, when you have them hanging up, all you kind of see is the pot and like the ugly parts of the leaves that might be dry on the underside. So I really like the way this one looks on the table because, you know, it's just beautiful foliage and I love looking at this fern. I love coming over here and petting it. It's just so, so beautiful. And then right down here is a Hoya Waiarii. This one was also purchased as a hanging basket, but I like it just sitting on the table here and how it kind of cascades over the shelf. I think it's really, really pretty. This one is pretty easy to take care of. I kind of just let it dry out and then water it once the leaves kind of feel a little empty or depleted. But I love this one, and you know, hanging baskets are always a really good deal. This is one I got at the grocery store as well, and yeah, I love it. And then just turning around this way, I have a scindapsus, little backlit, a scindapsus pictus exotica. I showed this one in a video recently on pictus exotica care, and this one was sold as a hanging basket as well, but of course I have it sitting on the table because I love the way it kind of just cascades over. And then right over here, I have another one. This is another hanging basket, scindapsus pictus exotica. I love the way it looks just kind of sitting on the table here. Big, giant, thick leaves. This one was a really, really good deal. I think it's still in the pot with the price on it. Look at that, $12.99 hanging basket from Live Trends, and it was huge like this when I already got it. It's grown a little since I've had it. It's a slow grower, but what a good deal for such an amazing, amazing, gorgeous plant. Love this one. And then just coming around right here, I have a pothos. What the heck's this one called again? I can't remember what it's called. Is the sticker still on it by chance? Oh, look at that. Pothos Enjoy. This one was also $12.99. This one's okay. I think it's really pretty. It had all these long vines on it when I got it. But this one, I'm kind of struggling with the care. It seems to just be, you know, leaves like this just kind of are falling off all the time. Maybe it's staying too wet because it isn't a plastic planter. Maybe I should change that out. But I still love this one. I freaked out when I saw it because I've never seen it Enjoy in real life. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And I'm pretty sure they mispriced it because the nursery I bought this at never, ever has hanging baskets that price. So I definitely feel like they mispriced it. So I took advantage of that and I love this one. All right, and then this one here I did have to go get because it was sitting on the counter. I had just watered it, so it was just drying a little bit. This is a manjula pothos, one of my favorite ones. I love this leaf shape. It kind of reminds me of the same leaf shape of the global green pothos. This is one I do struggle with. You know, I've gotten better at it, but I still have leaves like this, you know, kind of just getting crispy and falling off. A couple leaves have this little brown spot here. I'm doing a lot better with it now. It used to be in a different spot and it was just going downhill quickly. So I moved it in here. It gets decent light throughout the day and it's doing pretty well. It's in one of these pots. I don't remember the company that puts out these pots. They're at Lowe's all the time. I don't remember the name, but this was sold as a hanging basket. It's one of the Costa Farms like hanging baskets that they do. I just put it in this pot here because I thought I just kind of liked it more as like a tabletop plant than a hanging basket. But I love this one so much. I rarely see manjula around. Every now and then I see one that's in really poor shape, like in a 4-inch pot at Lowe's, but this one I think was a really good find. And yeah, found it at Lowe's from Costa Farms. And then right here on the table, I have another hanging basket that I took the hanger off of. This is a Cebu blue pothos. This was a big giant one I found at Walmart. I think it was $18 from Costa Farms. Love this plant. It's so, so beautiful. It's got this like really gorgeous silvery blueness to the leaves. Gorgeous plant, super easy, you know, just like any other pothos. Just let it dry out and water it, and gorgeous. I love it. I love it sitting here on the table, just kind of taking over that corner. And right next to it, this is not a hanging basket, but I have to show you. Look at my global green. Look how it's kind of just cascading over the table. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, on to the next one. All right, we are here in the living room where I have some plants underneath a skylight. And I have a few hanging baskets here. This one here was sold as a hanging basket. This is a string of hearts called Silver Glory that I had never heard of. Look how long and gorgeous this is. I had never heard of this one before I saw it that day and I lost my mind. I had to have it. It was in a plastic planter. I did take it out right away and put it in a terracotta pot. The terracotta was immediately drenched with water because this thing was sopping wet when I got it. This is just such a gorgeous little plant. It's fairly new to me, so I'm still getting to know it, but man, what a gorgeous, gorgeous little plant here. I love this one so much. And then right next to it, I have my pepperomia ruby cascade. This is one I bought at, actually I bought this at the nursery that we have here called Osuna, but I have seen these at Home Depot lately. Like every Home Depot I've stopped at, they have these there. It's a really beautiful little plant. I kind of just wait till the leaves feel kind of soft. Like right now, it's almost there, but I wait till like the last minute to water this because I'm terrified of overwatering it because it's in a plastic planter and I don't want to repot it because it's just too much. I think it'll be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit crazy to repot it. I actually don't even move it when I water it. I just bring a tray under here and I like bottom water it right where it's at because I have tried to move it, you know, from time to time and a lot of the little leaves just kind of fall off. So I leave that one there and I love it. It's so, so cool. And I've been finding this at Home Depot a lot lately. Right over here on the wall is a plant that was not a hanging basket before, but I think it is now. This is a Monstera adansonii. I used to hate this plant. I used to hate it so much, but now I love it. It's one of my favorites. It has grown all these long vines. I put some fertilizer in here one time and that's what happened. It immediately exploded with new growth. It's just a gorgeous plant. Let me move it aside so you can see the whole thing. Really easy to take care of. I do let it dry completely out. And I saw a little like hack online once where someone like went like this and if the plant didn't immediately bounce back, then it needed water. And I've been using that trick ever since and I feel like it's really thriving with that care. Gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And then right down here, one of my all-time favorite little babies is the Black Pagoda lipstick plant. I mean, this one was sold as a hanging basket as well. I got this at Smith's. The price is probably still on it too. No, it's not. But I want to say it was probably $12.98. Usually the hanging baskets there are about that price. But look how wild this thing just grows. It's so cool. I featured this in my favorites video. It's just a really cool little wild looking plant. Grows new leaves and vines all the time and just looks like crazy chaos. And I think it's so, so, so cool on this table. And then right up here, we have the old spider plant. This was given to me as a birthday present. And I was terrified to have it because I have had one of these that is no longer with us. It just rotted away. So when they gave me this, I was so thankful, but also terrified because I thought, well, this plant is not gonna last long and they're gonna feel so bad that they gave it to me. But it puts out these little babies all the time. I keep wanting to cut one of these off and root it to give it to my grandma because I think she would like one. Or I'll ask her if she wants one first. And I love this plant. It's here in front of this. I know it seems kind of weird to have a bathroom window inside the house, but the room I'm standing in now was an addition to the actual house. So they kept that window there because that's where the bathroom is. That normally that window would be facing outside, but now it's like, you know, in another room, which is why the sliding door is there too. That used to be like the outside door and now they just kept it there. So, you know, it's fine. But that's why the window's there. Love this plant, super beautiful, and it loves this spot, and I found it thrives here, so I never want to move it. And then right over here, we have my watermelon pepperomia, and this is one that I also got at the grocery store. I wonder if the price is on this one. No, it's not. Some of them I keep on it because I want to make sure I remember how inexpensive that they were. This one is gorgeous. I mean, look at these big giant leaves. I did have this one sitting on a table at first, but let me show you what it looks like if it's sitting on a table. That's how it looks. It looks ridiculous. Like just a bunch of long worms. So I definitely wanted this one hanging because it just looks so much better. This one definitely needs water as well. But see how much nicer it looks hanging, because all you get to see is the nice part of the plant and not all the weird stringy like stems. But I like this one a lot easier to care for than I was expecting, and he's great. I love it. So right over here we have a lemon lime philodendron. This one is really a nice plant, easy to take care of. It's actually one I used to hate also, and now I love it. It's on this really long macrame hanger that my boyfriend made me because I told him I wanted to hang some plants. So he was like, I'll just learn to make it. So I like it though. I kind of like the length of it. I like how it's kind of low down here. Really easy to take care of. It's definitely in a low light situation, but it seems to love it. So yeah, this one I of course got at the grocery store. Love it. And you know what? Now that I'm here, I can hear the faucet still on outside. I need to turn it off real quick. We were watering the little garden here. Let me just show you real quick. So we have like one of those hoses that's kind of flat with a bunch of holes in it. So it was watering over here, the big giant plants we got going on. And my boyfriend told me, turn it off in 5 minutes, and I just remembered. Okay, back to the tour. Also, this window here, as you can imagine, was also the bedroom window that's supposed to face outside. But when the previous owners built this whole room, you know, they kind of kept the windows there. So kind of different, you know, but whatever. Up here I have another philodendron. This is just the regular heartleaf philodendron, the green one, cordatum, I think. I actually used to have a different one of these, and I gave it to my grandma because she was describing a plant that she really wanted. And I knew that this was what she wanted, and I gave it to her, and I missed it so much that I hunted it down at the grocery store, and I found it there again, of course, at Smith's. I was gonna try to turn it to find the price if it was still on it, but I'm sure it was $12.99 as well. Easy care plant. It just sits here cascading over this little shelf, and I just love it. And then next to that one, I have another scindapsus pictus argyraeus. This is that one I loved so much that I had to go find another one. And I got really lucky, found another one. Very fast growing scindapsus. The scindapsus pictus exotica is a really slow growing one, but this one seems to grow a lot. And I just absolutely love this one. Of course, another really great deal at the grocery store. And then right here, my big boy, my golden pothos. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. I feel like just in the last couple of days, all these vines just got super long all of a sudden. This one is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Guess where I bought it? You guessed it, the grocery store. I find the best plants there. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. And I think I have the price on this one. $12.99. $12.99 for this big, giant, huge plant. It's grown since I've had it, but it was already big and full like this when I first got it. This is like my little baby. I love this one. It loves being right here in the window. Just thrives and thrives and thrives away, and I love it. And then moving on from there, over here on the other shelf, I have two marantas. These are both sold as hanging baskets, but of course I took the basket part off and I have them sitting on the shelf. And I love the way that they look sitting on this shelf with that cool sansevieria in the background. This one here is the red vein maranta. Gorgeous plant, way easier than you would expect it to be. It sits here on the shelf just thriving away. Has a little bit of crispy tips. You know, when I let it get too dry, that's kind of what's going to happen. But I love that one so much. But let me show you what the top of it looks like and why I don't have it sitting on a lower shelf. So this is what the top of the plant looks like. Very bald on top. Just these big, lush, full vines over the end, on the sides, I mean. So, you know, having it up on the shelf looks much nicer. And I really love that one. It seems to love this spot. And then next to it, I have the lemon lime maranta, or is it just called lemon lime? Something like that. It's the green one. Really freaking gorgeous plant. Another one that looks kind of bald on the top, but sitting on the shelf together. They're just gorgeous. They're thriving and just loving life. All right, and I have one more, this new one here in the background. This is a string of spades or string of arrows. I do have a little tiny one of these. It's one little vine. I found it at the grocery store. I think it's so cute. But I saw this the other day at the nursery and I lost my mind. I had never seen this plant before ever in real life, like ever. And I thought I was only gonna have this little tiny vine, which I'm fine with, I like that. But I saw this and was like, well, that has to go home with me. The vine's like twisted all up on the hanging basket part here. Of course, I immediately was like, I have to repot this right away, but it's like twisted up all over the hanging part, so I'll probably just keep it in here and kind of see how it does. But I really, really like this. I mean, it's brand new to me. I think I've only had it 2 or 3 days, but it's a hanging basket, so it's part of the collection now. If you have one of these, let me know your care tips. So far, I'm thinking it's going to be similar to string of hearts, which I'm okay at string of hearts, but if you have care tips on that, let me know because I want it to thrive. But that is it. I need to put the air conditioner back on because it's so hot in here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know some hanging baskets you've gotten a great deal on. Don't forget to check your grocery stores. That's pretty much where I've gotten all of these. They have some great deals. Great deals. They go quickly though, so you got to kind of go all the time to find them. But that is it. Before I sweat to death, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.